Guestographics are one of the best ways to get links from authority sites in your industry. But you're probably wondering, what are guestographics and how can I use them to get more quality links to my site? I'm Brian Dean, founder of Backlinko, the place where marketers turn for higher rankings and more traffic. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can tap into the Guestographic method to get more high quality links to your site. Keep watching. So a few years ago, I was backpacking in China and I stumbled across this charming little riverside village, so I decided to spend the night. But when I woke up the next morning, I remembered I was supposed to meet my friend in Hong Kong the next day, which was more than 17 hours away and required a van, a bus, a train, and a sleeping bus. And even if I caught every leg of the journey on time, which would be a miracle, I would still be a little bit late meeting my friend. So what did I do? Well, you have to keep in mind this village was really tiny. There were only about 100 people living there, only one of which spoke English, but he happened to be a travel agent. So when I approached him and told him about my situation, he said, "Brian, no problem. I'll get you all the tickets you need to get to Hong Kong on time. The only catch is it's gonna cost you about twice as much as if you bought all the tickets yourself." So what did I do? Well, I obviously went with his offer because it saved me a lot of hassle and almost guaranteed that I would make it to Hong Kong on time to meet my friend, which is very important to me. So what does this have to do with link building? Well, when you ask someone to add a link to your site, you're really asking them to do you a favor and take time out of their busy schedule. So the easier you can make that process and the more barriers you can remove, the more success you'll have. And that's actually what Guestographics are all about. Back in 2010, I landed my very first SEO client, a precious metal dealer in California. And you probably don't know this, but the precious metal niche is really competitive. And unlike some other industries online, like business and fitness, there aren't so many link opportunities out there. So when I created an infographic for this client, I knew that I had to squeeze the most value out of the tiny outreach list that I had. Then it hit me. What's the one thing that prevents a lot of sites from sharing an infographic on their site? The fact that they have to write a unique introduction to go along with it. And I realized if I just wrote that introduction for them, I'd remove a huge barrier and my success rate would increase. And that's exactly what happened. The campaign was a huge success. It got him placements on some of the most authoritative sites in the investment industry. And no, this was not a fluke. I've used this for my sites and my client sites in all different industries, and Guestographics have worked just as well. In fact, Backlinko reader David Gross, who runs an SEO agency in the UK, recently emailed to tell me that he took his conversion rate for an infographic campaign from 2% to 15.5% using Guestographics, which is a 7 times increase. So now that you understand a little bit about how Guestographics work and how well they work, it's time to go step by step and show you exactly how you can use them to get more high quality links to your site. So there are 5 steps to the Guestographic method. The first is that you obviously need to create and publish an infographic on your site, and ideally that infographic should be really good. Your next step is to find people who would be interested in your infographics topic, and this is actually really easy. All you have to do is just search for people that tend to publish content related to your infographic. So if you just publish an infographic about gluten-free baking, you'd want to Google keywords like gluten-free baking, gluten-free recipes, gluten-free cooking, things like that, and then collect all the sites that you find. Your third step is just to show those people your infographic. Now at this point, there's no pitch involved. You're just trying to get your infographic in front of them. So just send them an email saying, "Hey, I know you like to write about gluten-free baking. I just published an infographic about gluten-free baking. Would you like to see it?" And then once they say yes, it's time to move on to steps 4 and 5, and that's where things get very interesting. When that person agrees to see your infographic, it's just a matter of sending it to them and saying, "Hey, if you ever want to share this on your site, I'll be happy to write the unique introduction for you," and that's step 4. Now, you already know that the unique introduction is a way to increase conversion rates, but it also has a very important SEO benefit. You see, when most people share an infographic and get their infographic shared on other sites, they have a very obvious footprint link that appears at the bottom of the infographic, and it's very likely that Google will someday find and devalue these type of links. On the other hand, when you send a unique introduction with your link embedded inside of it, there's no footprint because every introduction is different and it's a nice contextual link, which is the exact type of links that Google likes to see. So I'm sure you can see the potential that Guestographics have for generating high quality links and traffic to your site. Did you learn something from this video? If so, subscribe to my YouTube channel right now to get more awesome SEO and content marketing videos just like this one. Now I want to hear from you. How do you plan on using Guestographics to get more high quality links and traffic to your site? Leave a comment below right now.